Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for tuning in. My name is Velile. I am a lifestyle blogger from South Africa. If you're new on this channel, you're very much welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on this video. Sure, you are just wondering why are we climbing mountains and driving in some rural area? That's what we do. We explore rural areas on this channel and we drive around South Africa in different provinces, exploring the developments that are happening in the rural areas, showcasing the beauty of the rural areas, beauty of the infrastructure that's being developed in the rural areas, and also looking at tourism and other opportunities for business in the rural areas. So you are on the right track. Please join us as we are going to be exploring another beautiful rural area, another beautiful village. I told you guys I'm not done with Venda. When you see big trucks like this, you see development. When you see big space like this, you see potential for development. That is what's happening in Venda. And I am talking to an architect that is telling me what is happening, why Venda keeps on developing the way it develops. So let's hear what he has to say.
The Venda history, we can see it started with a slogan called Venda, meaning we are working for Venda. Everything that we be doing, we're doing it for Venda. If you are working in Johannesburg, every little cent that you'll be saving, you're saving to build a mansion in Venda. Because that's where we are from. Every Venda, wherever that person might be in the United States, wherever, that way is to build a mansion at home.
There you heard it from the horse's mouth. The culture is instilled into people in Venda. They are living the culture and what they stand for. So this is the reason why Nthumeni, the architect from Venda, has taken me to another development that is happening, a very huge development that is happening in Venda. They are building a golf estate in the middle of the village, and I'm here to see all happening. This is the beginning of it. I can't wait to see when this is all finished. The golf estate that they are building is overlooking a beautiful dam that is man-made, built by people of Venda in 2010 during the World Cup to attract tourism. The name of the dam is called Nandoni Dam, and the golf estate is going to be called Nandoni Golf Estate. It's already being called that, and people are already occupying the space. The plots are very big. I'm going to show you guys how people have already started settling themselves, because some other people, they move so fast, so they have already started building their own mansions. They are occupying big large plots, as you can see as we are driving around here. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of how it looks like and how people are really trying so much now to make sure that they are part of this development. Talking about peace of mind, this place is just providing a whole lot of it for the people who are going to be living around here. As you can see, unlike the other houses that I've shown you in Venda, where there are big houses but the plots are not this big and they are very much closer to each other, this is different. People occupy large numbers of space and they will be able to do anything they like to do. I mean, who will never want to do farming around here? Seriously, it can't be all about big mansions. Somewhere, somehow, all of this land needs to be able to create employment for other people. And those who are living in it, they need to be able to utilize it to the fullest. I mean, like they are building closer to the dam where there is sufficient water. Why not do farming? You know, I'm just thinking, I hope they are going to take that direction, because it will be very, very interesting. Actually, it will be very much encouraging. And also, it will take away this whole thing of this golf estate now starting to look like any other golf estate you'll find in the suburban area. There will be something different about it because it will be in the village. So I'm looking forward to see what people are going to do around here, because these plots are very beautiful. I mean, what's the use of just having just structures of houses and nothing that is so green and fruitful around you? So I hope people are going to utilize this. And you know what? I took time to ask Nthumeni, the architect that I had to interview coming from Venda, because I needed to find out from him this land. I mean, how much is it cost, and how are the people acquiring this land? Because you know what, yes, it is in the village, but sometimes these days you're finding villages having land that is so expensive, and you have to buy it, or you have to go through some kind of municipality procedures to be able to get it. I had to sit down with him and find out from him how people are acquiring land around here. That will be for your own benefit, so stay tuned for the interview, because it's still gonna carry on, and just watch up until the end, because he's going to explain a lot about what is happening here. So you guys, please stay tuned and make sure that you hear what he has to say.
And we have been blessed because most of the land that we see here is tribal land, and the tribal land just that now it's starting to go up, but most of the time, and when you go deep to the village, it's very cheap, depending on the chief how much you're gonna buy it for. But most of the land is very cheap, but we still have the land that is owned by the municipality, where you buy and you get it. The lands that the places where you go, and the land that's very expensive.
Yeah.
It's very expensive.
So would you say people should really look at going back to the rural areas, trying to go and get land where they came from, because it's cheaper in that manner, rather than trying to go to the urbanized areas of our country and buying land which is more expensive. Now, coming from a person who is so much involved, besides you drawing plans for people to build their houses, but you also practically are also providing service of people the construction business, people building their houses. There are so many other elements that you bring in. So tell us now, when somebody else is building a house in the rural areas, how expensive it is. Just make comparison in terms of the rents and cents. You lived in Johannesburg, you know how it is. So you've got a great understanding of how people spend compared to the rural areas and also here in the cities. Will you say somebody else in the rural areas is building far less cheaper than the person who's building in the urban areas?
The material, what I would say about it is when you're buying material, most of the material that we eating here, your door frames, your aluminiums, finishes, your planning, those things are coming from Johannesburg. Just few stuffs like your bricks that are manufactured locally, but your roof sheeting, things like that, they're coming from there. So when they come from Joburg, there's transportation to bring those things here. It becomes a little bit expensive here in the rural area, but your labor here, it's very cheap. There are very many talented people who will produce things in the quality of what you will find in center. There are so many talented people that I've seen around here who are capable of doing that. The material here, it can be the same price of Johannesburg or less, depending on what, but most of the things are coming from that side. So some of them are a little bit expensive.
So would you say people now should start investing in making sure that we have our own material in Venda, for building our own houses coming in Venda? That means people now should look at that as another business that they should invest into, rather than going all the way to go and get this stuff from the cities and bringing it over here. I think things like that will change in the long run. But now let's talk into building 4 walls. besides the cosmetic things that we go and get, doors and whatever. But building four walls, it should be cheaper because you're getting sand. I mean, we live on it. Sometimes you get it locally. The bricks are local. They are built.
Water, the sand, those are locally produced stuff.
Fantastic. So it
The
means
neighbors locally.
yeah.
Those are local guys from here who are very good also. Won't disappoint you, most of them.
Exactly, because most of them actually I've noticed with Venda and education goes par in par. You'll find somebody else who's laying a brick, did go to school for bricklaying. They understand it very well and they are living in the rural areas. So we do have professionals in the rural areas. So that's very fantastic, very good to know. And you've taken us throughout Venda. I mean, like, you can qualify as a tour guide of some kind. We are very thankful for what you have done for us today. You are living an example of an ambassador for your own province, actually, the whole of Limpopo, because Venda, it seems as if it's calling the whole of Limpopo. Because everybody talks about Venda and the development in Venda. You've taken us to areas that are being developed right now for tourism and everything. So it means there's something that's coming out of Venda and you are really raising the flag, if there is a flag, because we are on South African flag, but there is, if there was a flag for Venda, you would be flagging with high to people, and you are one of the people that people should look up to when it comes to promoting this country. South Africa needs people like you. I'm very much grateful and thank you very much for the interview.